Hello, and this is our Frequently Asked Questions Friday, our hashtag FAQ Friday, brought to you in a different tonality to normal. And obviously with the passing of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth last week, it was a devastating shock, I think, that we can honestly say in the country, and we are still in mourning. So we are having a different Frequently Asked Questions Friday this week. But I wanted to answer some of the questions that have been coming in at how to communicate in difficult circumstances, in difficult times. Lots of people have been asking how can big companies get it so wrong, and that is easy, to be fair, because we're all emotional beings, and sometimes we do get it wrong, we make mistakes, and the job then is to rectify it. So lots of questions about how to get it right. Well, you've got to remember who you are communicating to. This is a big thing, and it happens in all circumstances here. So I'm going to give you a real 5 steps to getting it right, and really probably 6 actually if we also mention about reviewing it as well at the end. So remember who you're communicating to, who is your audience, who are they, and focus on the intention of your communication. What is the focus on the situation? What is the situation currently, the mood of the audience? But I really ask you to stay positive, no matter what the situation is. And I know it's easy to fall into a negative state if it's devastating news or high emotion. But remember your audience, remember the mood that they're in, and being understanding. So the other element is stay calm. And I know in the situation recently, I can probably guess what the person who actually wrote the statement, how they got it wrong. Maybe they were short staffed, maybe there were lots of other things going on, and they just completely missed the audience tonality, the mood, and everything else that went with it. But remain calm and try to separate your emotion from actually what's going on, and use the correct tonality. So I've not started the FAQ Friday, as I always do this week, with Happy Friday everybody, with very upbeat. I'm very aware that we are still in mourning, in the mourning period, and I'm very aware that we are here to help and support the industry, but doing it with respect, and remembering that you do need the communication, you do need to have the mood and the tonality correct, and actually preparing yourself correctly, remaining calm, as I said earlier, separating your personal emotion, and using the correct tonality in the situation. But the big thing is, and especially at times like this, being respectful, being professional, positive, and distance yourself from personal triggers. And lots of people ask me about these. What are personal triggers? Because it can happen in any situation, any organisation, any relationship, and the triggers actually come from opposing or limiting beliefs and values, past experiences or traumas that somebody's gone through. Brings up Her Majesty the Queen passing, brought up lots of traumas of people people close to, like grandparents passing, parents passing, and there's also elements of ego preservation as well. But you've got to remember to empathise, especially in situations like this. But effective communication is really key. But the big step that you've got to do is, before you put anything live, before you communicate anything at all, is review your whole statement. If that's what you're doing, review it in depth. Check it out with other people, check it out with similar people who are similar to your audience, your ideal clients, and really check whether that is the right communication to your audience. Check that you have focused on your intention of the communication, and whether you've focused on the situation, the mood of the audience, and whether you have stayed positive or whether you haven't, and also whether you've used the correct tonality and separated emotion by keeping calm throughout, and whether you have been respectful, professional and positive, or whether you've actually included some of your personal triggers, and whether you've used empathy. So they are the 5 key areas, but the review is really key to get other people to review it before it goes out, and you get it so wrong. So I hope that's helped. As always, we're here to help and support, and it's at alison@ajlakes.com. Please get in touch if you want anything check-in, or if you're a bit nervous about what you're communicating, or if you've got any questions at all and you need any assistance or support. So I hope your communication levels are thought out, and I hope that this has helped and supported you to have a more effective communication to your audience, to your ideal client avatars, but also using all the steps that will be able to help and support you, especially at this time, but also in any difficult situations that you're needing to cover. So take care and all the best. Thank you.